Hey guys, Karis here. So I'm about to go on my camping trip. Whoa, watch out. There's a big puzzle next to me that I almost just knocked over. About to go on a big camping trip in the Tetons tomorrow with Mike Cleland, who wrote the book on ultralight camping. And I wanted to show you my food that I'm going to be bringing with me. I'll just go through each of it because you know, I'm vegan and mostly raw. This isn't entirely raw. Most of it is. I'll tell you the bit that isn't. And, yeah. So, this is what it is. First of all, I'm taking spirulina with me. And, oh, actually, I brought the wrong bottle. I'm taking caplets with me. This is the powder. But I went and got caplets because they're much easier to take when you're traveling around. And I notice a huge difference in my energy level and in my amount of strength and stamina when I'm taking spirulina or when I'm not. When I'm home, I take it in powder form to mix it into a drink. But when I'm traveling, of course, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to carry around, oops, sorry. Man, I'm all over the place. I'm so excited. I'm not going to carry around a thing of orange juice with me on the trail to mix it with, or any liquid honey or anything like that. So anyway, this is what I'm taking. Okay, raw cacao powder, because we're going to be making hot chocolate. But rather than making it with processed heated cocoa powder, we're going to heat the water up to just below boiling so it doesn't cook the cacao, and we're going to have cacao because that will give us energy and be awesome. Alright, next. This is a cheesy curry trail mix that I just came up with today for this trip because I wanted something savory and something sweet, and this is very savory, very hearty. You can see it's kind of the color of a lot of trail mixes, kind of a brownish, orangish color. And here are the ingredients. We've got raw almonds, raw sesame seeds, raw coconut, shredded coconut. What else is in this bad boy? There are some pistachios in here that aren't raw, that are cooked. And then lots of nutritional yeast, so nutritional yeast flakes. There's a little bit of brewer's yeast in here, but the thing that makes it taste cheesy is nutritional yeast. There's some salt, there's some Bragg's amino acids, which kind of has a more mild, reminiscent of soy sauce kind of flavor. There's also a lot of smoked paprika, and if you've never used smoked paprika before, actually, as a vegan who didn't used to be a vegan, I always put smoked paprika like on my salads and in my soups and things, and it has the same flavor as bacon. As strange as that might sound to those of you who think that the flavor of bacon is actually bacon, but actually it's the smokiness of it after they smoke it and a lot of salt that makes bacon taste that way. So smoked paprika tastes like bacon. And let's see, what else is in here? I was out of garlic powder, but had I had garlic powder, I would have put that in. I think I said some salt. And really that's it, but this is so hearty and savory and super delicious, and it actually has a very similar flavor profile. When I ate it to try it out and see how it was, it reminded me of movie theater popcorn. I can't really tell you why, it's not buttery or anything, but the Bragg's did make it a little like wetter, so it's not just dry trail mix to crunch on. It's not sopping wet though, it's just kind of soft, so like the coconut is soft and tender. So there's the curry cheesy coconut trail mix. Alright, and then I've got a sweet trail mix, which has, and you can see the colors hopefully, it has banana chips in it, dried banana chips, and a lot of this actually isn't raw. Some of it is, but some of it isn't because I didn't want to go to the work to do all this processing to the nuts myself, so I just bought them like this. Honey cashew nuts. No, honey sesame cashews. It's cashew nuts covered with honey and with sesame seeds stuck on them. Also, a lot of goji berries are in here. Some chocolate covered ginger pieces, some chopped dates. What else in here? Some candied walnuts. A little bit of salt, a lot of bee pollen, actually, and I think, oh no, that's coming. So a lot of bee pollen, and what else? A little bit of honey, just drizzled it over to kind of bind everything together. So that's the sweet trail mix, and I'm very excited about that one. And then I'm bringing, this is just totally random, but I'm bringing chocolate covered espresso beans because if you can't eat them when you're hiking through the mountains, then when can you eat them? And I have to be really careful with caffeine because it makes me way too hyperactive for the enjoyment of anyone who might be in a 10-foot radius of me at any time. But if I'm running around, I like taking caffeine, it's just that it's not it's not a good idea. But yeah, I'm excited about these, and we probably will be drinking a little coffee in the mornings because Mike likes to, and why not? We're gonna be walking it off, so it's not like I'll just be sitting in the chair bouncing off the walls going crazy. And then these are the same recipe as my chocolate brownie truffle bliss balls, the raw ones, but usually you'll see how they're like dark, they look like chocolate and they're rolled in coconut, and rather than make them into balls, which I usually do, I made them into bars and put each one in a plastic baggie, and there's like, how many are in here? You can see there's quite a few, and I figure I'll have one, maybe two a day. These things pack a lot of punch. I think actually, to be quite honest with you, I might be able to go an entire day just on one of those because there's so much stuff in it. I'll put the recipe link in the info section for this video, but there are raw cashews, bee pollen, cacao, spirulina, honey, salt, carob chips. I think that might be it. But anyway, it's super dense, super nutritionally packed, and they're delicious. Like, they taste like yummy dark chocolate, but they're actually crazy good for you and not bad for you at all. It's funny, whenever I serve those to anyone who's never had it before, they always ask me how bad it is for them. And I say, no, it's the opposite of that. There's not that much better for you than this stuff. So this is all my food that I'm taking with me for, let's see, 4 days, I think, 3 nights, something like that. And it's going to be awesome. Mike Clellan told me to bring about 1 pound of food per day, so all of this combined is about 5 pounds of food, which seems actually kind of like a lot when I'm looking at it, but we'll also be making dinner together and stuff like that with stuff that he's bringing, so this won't actually be all I'm eating, but it'll be all I'm eating all day. So yeah, makes life pretty simple. It'll be in my backpack and I'll be walking around and hanging out, and that is the lowdown of the food I'm bringing. On another note, we're going into the Tetons, which are super magical and really amazing energy spots. Well, I guess it's an energy spot, the range. But it's funny because just today, through very synchronistic means, I had a numerology birth chart reading done by Amy Woods Landerman. And oh my gosh, that might be one of the reasons I'm kind of scattered and up right now, because I'm so high on kindred spiritness. You know what that's like when you hang out with someone who's very in alignment with everything you believe in, positive, and you kind of amp each other way up, which is essentially the thought behind my bliss house, that you get 10 to 12 people like that together and you just go off into some awesome stratosphere and come up with all these amazing things. But she is incredible, and I'm so rocked afterward. Like, my whole world is kind of like put into this whole new perspective. And she does numerology, so she can tell me what's coming up in my life and what I'm going to struggle with and what I have struggled with and what is easy, and I mean completely accurate, like to a T, to a strange T, and that's even coming from me, an intuitive. I was amazed at how good that reading was. I've never seen anything like it. So if you're in any way interested in getting a birth chart reading, and this isn't astrology, although she talks about it a little bit, but mostly it's numerology, but she does this in this really unique, creative, intuitive way that she's actually developing herself as she does it. So it's awesome. If you want to understand stuff about your life, go hang out with her, because wow. But yeah, I think that is all I have to share with you today. Everybody have a great weekend. I'll be out of commission. I'm going to bring the camera with me and record stuff while I'm there, but obviously I'll be in the mountains, so I won't have access to a computer to upload any of the videos. But hopefully I will record, unless something odd happens with my electronics, which might. I'm not promising, but my intention is to. And post them next week when I get back on Tuesday. So anyway, like I said, have a great weekend. Go in peace. Remember that this time is weird. We're getting into October now. The veil is thin. Stuff's going on. Lots of transition. 2012 is almost over, which is just crazy on its own level. And although things are often difficult, things are also really fun just under the surface if you can focus on the right aspect of your experience. So keep that in mind too, because you don't want to miss out on the fun stuff. You know, any intense movie you ever watch or book you read, there are hard spots, or else there wouldn't really be much point to the story. It's my personal opinion that we are about to make a new kind of story that's just beautiful and doesn't have the rock hard, rock bottom type things. However, we're still there, so let's appreciate it while we are, because especially if we do get out of it and create a more ascended, enlightened, fun existence that doesn't have these types of difficulties, we'll be nostalgic for this one day. Might sound funny, but I think we will. Anyway, go in peace. Have a great weekend. and I will come back after my personality transplant, which I think will happen when I'm in the Tetons, because it's just going to be such an intense and amazing experience. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care.